Hello, 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 all of my cousins out there in these YouTube streets. It's your girl Ashley E, and today I'm coming to you with a story time. You guys, let me tell you what happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Okay, let me just tell you, start at the beginning. Okay, so I'm allergic to onions. I can't eat anything with onions in it. Nothing. You cannot put onions on my burger and take it off and think I can eat it. You cannot put onions near my lettuce and then put it on my burger because I still can't eat it. That's how severely allergic I am to onions. Okay. Now that you guys know that, let me just fill you in on my little story. Okay, I go to a friend tea party and she's serving food. So of course, the first thing I ask her is, "Do anything have onions in it?" She tell me no. I proceed to eat. I don't really taste anything with onions in it, but my throat got scratchy. So I'm like, something's not right. I've been allergic to onions all my life. So I know if I eat something with onions, I freaking know. I know it instantly. So after I had taken like my third bite, my throat started itching. I'm like, something ain't right. So I go to my friend and then I go to the cook and we're like, "Did you put onions in the food?" And she was like, "No, you told me your friends was allergic to onions, so I didn't put onions in anything, but I did use onion powder." I don't care if it's onion powder, onion salt, onion syrup, onion milk, onion water. It's freaking onions and I cannot have it. So immediately I stick myself with my EpiPen. Then I go to the emergency room because the EpiPen only works for so long until I get to the emergency room and they do what they need to do. So, okay, I'm in the hospital for 24 hours. Everything is fine. I'm used to this, been going through this all of my life. So, I'm headed back home the next day with my little meds. I know my throat is going to be swollen and flammed up for at least a week. So, I'm not going to be able to eat anything. I'm basically going to be on a liquid diet. Okay. The fifth day, I had enough of the liquid diet. I had did the juices, the waters, the sodas, everything. I was tired. The broths, the soups. I was tired of a liquid diet. So I decided, okay, Taco Bell is right up the road. They have bean burritos. That's soft. Let me see if I can eat that. So if you hear music in the background, I do apologize. I am sitting in my car outside. That's my neighbor. All right, back to my story. So I head over to Taco Bell. Now, the reason I hadn't did a video in a while is because all of this was going on and my throat was flammed up. I could barely even talk, and I did manage to do one or two videos, and my voice was so deep, y'all probably thought I was a man. So that's why I sounded like that. So now I'm head to Taco Bell, right? So I know that I'm probably not going to be able to eat anything other than a bean burrito, something soft. So I go ahead, I can't really talk. I go ahead and I type it on my, in your memos in your phone. So I go ahead and type my orders in the memo on my phone before I even go in Taco Bell. But I still wanted to look on the menu and make sure that there wasn't nothing else I could eat besides the bean burrito. So I'm standing in there. The girl walks up. She was like, "Hi, may I take your order?" Now, remind you, my throat is still flammed up. It's still sore. I'm not doing any talking whatsoever. Okay, sorry about that. My kids are so freaking rude. I'm trying to do a video. But anywho, okay, my throat is still flammed up and everything, so I really can't eat anything and I can't talk. So I go up to the menu. I look. The girl walk over. She was like, "Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Blah blah blah. May I take your order?" So I did like this. 1 minute. Looking at the menu, didn't really see anything else that I could eat besides the bean burrito because everything else, like hard shell, it's going to be crunchy. It's going to be hard for me to swallow, so I don't want to eat that. So I hand her my phone because I already typed out my order on my phone. I hand her my phone. She read it. She put my order in. Now, I had bean burrito on there. I had my drink on there. I even put on there that I needed 2 mild sauce and that I was eating in. And I had my laptop with me because I was going to do some work in my Poshmark closet. For those of you that don't know, I am a personal stylist and a reseller. So I took my laptop so I can do some work in my closet on Poshmark. I sell on Poshmark. Now, She proceeds to take my order. She types my total in my phone, give me my phone back, and I look at my phone. So I said, okay, got the my card, scanned my card, everything was approved. After she took my order, I did this, which in sign language means thank you. So she gave me this look like she didn't know what I was doing, or maybe she thought I was doing a bad word or something. So I typed it in my phone. I said thank you, and she typed it in my phone. You welcome. So I go. She give me my cup. I go get my drink. Go sit my laptop down at the table, and I go sit down. Now, immediately when I sit down, I hear her say, "Y'all, I think she's deaf." And so the people like, why do you think she's deaf? Now remind you, I eat at this Taco Bell all the time. So the people like, why do you think she's deaf? And then she goes to explain to them about how I typed my thing in there. I did this. She just looked up in her phone that this means thank you in sign language, which is does. And she, they were just talking. So it came time my order was ready. And instead of her calling me or signaling for me to get my order, she walked my order to the table, which I thought was so nice. So when she walked my order to the table, she did that. And so I reached in my purse, I got $1 and I gave it to her because she really didn't have to walk my order to the table. But I gave it to her. And then she walked back. And then y'all, when this girl get behind the counter, this girl say, "Y'all, I feel so sorry for her." And then the people was like, "Why you feel sorry for her?" She was like, "Because she's too pretty to be deaf." I'm too pretty to be deaf. I had no clue that there was a such thing as you're too pretty to be deaf. Like, look at Helen Keller. She's freaking beautiful. She's deaf. I mean, like, okay, so then everybody started coming out to see what I look like or whatever. So everybody coming out looking at me. I'm trying to eat my bean burrito. Now I ain't ate in 4 or 5 days. I can't really remember. Might have been 5 days. I ain't ate. Everybody coming at me watching me eat my burrito. So hell, I'm feeling like I'm doing a mukbang. So I'm continuing to eat my burrito because I'm hungry. I'm drinking my pink lemonade, and these people behind the counter, the workers, are literally having a full conversation. It was like, I wonder how it feel to be deaf. I wonder, do she know we talking about her? I wonder, do she feel different from us? And then one person was like, well, they said when you don't have one sense, another sense pick up. I wonder if she could smell stuff down the street. Y'all, they was having a freaking full conversation about me being deaf, and I am not deaf. And so the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, I know my throat is sore, and my throat was hurting when I was eating that bean burrito, but I was so hungry, I was eating that bad boy, and it was delicious. So the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, should I say something before I leave? Should I, whatever? So a few minutes later, a lady came over to my table, and I noticed her shirt said manager, and she handed me some cinnamon twists and some a double decker. It was an order that somebody had placed that I don't know if they gave them the wrong order in drive through. The order wasn't right, but I know it was in a bag to go. It was a lot of stuff. It was a double decker. It was those cinnamon twists. It was a chalupa. I don't really eat those, but it was a chalupa, and then there was something else in the bag. And then she had written on a napkin, she was like, you could have eaten anywhere else today. Thanks for choosing us. So I was like, after I read it, I gave her the thumbs up or whatever. Throat still hurting. I'm still trying to eat or whatever. So I gave her the thumbs up. Now I'm torn. I'm like, okay, they done gave me some free food because they think I'm deaf. Should I say something? And then the other side of me was like, you know how many deaf people in the world that don't get this treatment? Like, sorry y'all, I'm in the car, I gotta open the door again, that don't get this special treatment, that have to live with this every day of their lives. Like, I mean, it was really weighing on my conscience. So me, the type of person I am, I sat there for a minute, I meditated, I thought about it, I meditated, I thought about it, I meditated, I thought about it. So when I got through eating my bean burrito and drinking my pink lemonade, I put everything they had gave me for free. I kept it in the bag, made sure it was together, and I put it in my briefcase with my laptop. laptop, walked over to the drink machine, got me a thing to drink, and then I walked up to the counter. And then everybody kind of looked around like they didn't know, like they thought I was deaf, so they didn't know whether to say something to me or how what I wanted. I didn't know. They just had this look on their face like, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? So the girl that took my order and the manager, they walked to the counter, and they was like, both of them kind of looked at each other. And so the manager told the girl, she was like, give me a napkin. And then so the manager, as she was writing, I don't know what she was about to write, but as she was writing, I said, I came in here today because I have a sore throat, and I wanted to eat something soft. I said I'm not deaf, however, I do appreciate you all giving me this free food, and just to let you know, I'm not going to eat it for myself. I'm going to take it down the street and give it out to the homeless. When I tell you, everybody in that place mouth dropped, it dropped, because I had been sitting in Taco Bell, I know, an hour, because like I said, I was eating and I was working, and I wasn't rushing myself, so I had been sitting in there at least an hour. So for a complete hour, everybody in there thought I was deaf, and they talked about me, and I heard everything they said. So now they know I heard everything they said. They know I heard the "she's too pretty to be deaf," or "I wonder how it feel to be deaf." They know I heard all that. So no one said anything. I promise you, if I had a dropped a needle, you would have heard it. It was just that quiet. I made sure my briefcase was secure on my arm, and I walked out that door with a big smile on my face with my free food that I did give out to the homeless. So the reason I wanted to give y'all this little story time, to tell y'all, stop judging a book by its cover. Stop going on what you see on the outside. Get to know people. Stop judging, period. Just get to know people for who they are, because I'm pretty sure it's somebody that was in there working, that was literally talking about me being deaf, that done served me before, that I done had a conversation with. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, I eat at the Taco Bell all the time. It's right down the street from my house. I love Taco Bell. Even though I know it's not authentic Mexican food, that's the food I grew up on. It in Greenwood, Mississippi, Taco Bell is Mexican food. When I was growing up, that's all we knew. So I love Taco Bell. So stop prejudging people. Get to know people for yourselves. And then another thing, stop believing everything you hear. One person in there said I was deaf. Everybody else believed it and ran with it. Made an ass out of everybody in just 1 hour. If y'all could have saw the faces of those people, oh my God. Now, I have to go. I've rambled long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified every time I upload, which is 2 to 3 times a week. My name is Ashley E. Of course, that's me. And it was another episode of Shits and Giggles. Now, as always, you guys, make sure after you eat, when you wake up, and before you go to sleep, you walk in that bathroom, you sit down on that toilet and do what? Take a shit. Why? Because if you don't, that shit gonna be piled up in your system. It's gonna start coming out of your mouth. And guess what? You will be full of shit. No one wants that. Go to that bathroom. Take a shit. Bye-bye.